Good evening, and welcome one and all to the 2021 Redlands Adult School Graduation Celebration. My name is David Finley. I'm the principal of Redlands Adult School. Tonight, as we celebrate the success and accomplishments of our students, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work that it took to get here. Each and every student present has a unique and inspirational story of the sacrifice and determination it took to make it to this stage tonight. And each story will include a host of others who helped make that graduate's dream a reality. No one does this alone. So, on behalf of our graduates, I'd like to begin by thanking the families of the students for their support and encouragement. Thank you. I'd like to thank the Redlands Unified School District School Board and the members present tonight, Board President Patty Holohan, Vice President Jim O'Neill, and Member Michelle Rendler. I'd also like to thank the district office for their support of our programs. Representing the district office tonight, we have our superintendent, Mauricio Arellano. And assistant superintendents, Dr. Ken Wagner, Dr. Sabine Robertson-Phillips, and Jason Hill. I'd also like to thank our fantastic team of teachers and office staff for their dedication and hard work. Your dedication to the mission of our school is so inspiring. You are hope bringers. You build bridges. You share inspiration, and you teach with love. Your reward, at least in part, is on display here tonight. May the joy of seeing these graduates reach their goal and move toward the next goal that you have helped shape fill you with much deserved joy. Thank you, staff. And my personal thanks is owed to our counselors, Brooke Clement and Arlene Troncosa, and our assistant principal, Troy Martinez, for their hard work in organizing this graduation celebration tonight. Thank you. And now, at this time, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker. Tonight's speaker is a graduate of Redlands Adult School. And like our graduates tonight, he took a non-traditional education pathway. But now he holds 3 bachelor's degrees in business administration, supply chain management, and logistics, and an MBA in supply chain management from Cal State San Bernardino, and is currently working on his doctorate in educational leadership. His dissertation is focused on the use of on-campus employment as a high-impact practice for the development of men of color. He is currently the director of the ASI Associated Student Inc. at Cal State San Bernardino, where he has been working in various roles over the past 15 years. In that time, he's earned trust and respect of students, not just for his work, but for his leadership. Here we go. For his leadership, mentorship, and the inspiration that he shares. He has built a strong reputation for being a student advocate. No matter his title, his responsibilities, or his position, he goes the extra mile. You'll often see him at student fundraisers, staying up late to advise student organizations, and providing one-on-one mentorship. Because of this dedication, he's earned the 2017 Augie Award, the 2020 CSUSB Lorraine Frost Award, the 47th Assembly District's 30 Under 30 recipient, and the President Lifetime Achievement Award from President Barack Obama. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Jesse Felix.
Hello and greetings. My name is Jesse Felix, and I use he, him, and his pronouns. Before I begin, I want to take a moment to recognize that we are occupying the territory and ancestral lands of the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, and I'd like to recognize that we have benefited and continue to benefit from the use and occupation of these lands. I would also like to recognize my family and friends, because I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for the prayers of my mother and my grandmother and those that supported me in getting here. With that being said, congratulations, graduates. Congratulations on this amazing accomplishment. As mentioned a little bit earlier, I too am an alumni of this institution. I also have my associates, my bachelor's, my master's, and I'm working on my doctorate degree. And to be quite frank with you, this was probably the most difficult of all of those accomplishments. This degree required the most amount of work, the most amount of persistence, and the most amount of dedication. Everything else seemed a little bit easier after that. With that being said, I hope that you see this as a beginning and not an end. A lot of times when I talk to student leaders, students in general, I talk about trajectory. Case in point, if I were to throw something at this flag and I were to be off by 2 degrees up or down, I'm pretty likely I'm going to hit that flag, right? Because it's 6, 7 feet away from me. But if I were to throw this same thing at the camera person standing there and I was off by 2 degrees up or down, it's not very likely that I would be able to hit the camera person with that item. What do I mean by that? You're currently at this point where you're going to make the next decision in your trajectory. When I transferred over to Cal State San Bernardino after this location, I started working as a student employee, and I was promoted into a staff position, and then a management position, an associate director position, and then a director position, and then a director of multiple organizations. Because of the trajectory that I took post this. So be very careful with the next decision that you make. Regardless of what that decision is, I hope that you remember that we have different forms of capital being graduates of this institution. What do I mean? A lot of times when we're talking about capital, we talk about social capital. What is it that people have with regards to their family and their friends and other things of that nature? As you make your next decision, understand that you have some incredible capital. You have what Tarayoso calls navigational capital. You have learned how to navigate different systems to succeed. Utilizing in your next step, learning how to navigate those systems to make the best for yourself is extremely important. We have resistance capital. We could have easily stopped out, but we didn't. We succeeded, we proceeded, and we proved ourselves to be resilient. We've overcome whatever things that we had in front of us to graduate from here. We have familial capitals. Some of us are family members, some of us have families, some of us have children that are counting on us, and some of us use that as inspiration to push us forward. And we have life lessons. If you decide to go into higher education post this, understand that you're competing with people that do not have the same life lessons that you have. Learn how to leverage those life lessons to be a good competitor. Anyhow, I've only got 5 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope that you leave here and thank your family and friends, because none of us do this alone. I hope that you use this diploma to not only better your family and friends, but to better our communities. If you happen to end up at Cal State San Bernardino, my name's Jesse Felix. I'm the executive director at the Santos Manuel Student Union. Please look me up, because I'd like to help you any way I can. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, each high school diploma teacher will have the opportunity to honor 2 outstanding students in their class. So teachers, I'd like you to come on up. All of you that are giving your special inspirational student awards, come on up and join us right up here on the stage. Students, if your name is called, I would just like you to stand up so we can recognize you from your seat. And we will start with Miss Andrea Hendiges.
Good evening. I have two fabulous students. My first student, she began her educational journey with improving her English and reading skills in October 2019. In May of 2020, she started her pursuit of a high school diploma with 0 credits. Juggling family and distance learning this year, she has shown a tremendous amount of persistence. This student has such a positive attitude and tackled every subject with the same amount of determination. Always striving to do her best, she has completed over 900 hours on Acellus this year in order to accomplish her goal of all 200 credits with Redlands Adult School. I'm very proud to present this award for persistence and a positive attitude to Somali Chow. She was unable to be here tonight, but congratulations to Somali. My second student, she's a fantastic student that has shown a tremendous amount of grit and perseverance. Even with distance learning, she would always strive to do her best and complete her classwork each week. She showed true grit when facing personal difficulties and educational challenges, taking on German for a foreign language and persevering through Algebra 1, meeting with her teacher on Zoom to get over her math phobia, sometimes twice a week. She has accomplished the goal of earning her high school diploma and plans to enroll at Summit College for LVN courses. I am proud to present this award to Isabel Aguilar Silva for her grit and perseverance. And now I would like to introduce Ms. Martin.
Good evening. Delia is a wonderful person who works hard at her job helping disadvantaged young people. She puts forward great effort in her schooling and has overcome a great amount of loss this past year. She is dedicated to being there for others and maintaining a positive presence in adult ed. I have truly enjoyed our interactions and our candid conversations. This award for outstanding dedication goes to Delia Lopez. I'd like to introduce Ms. Moore.
On my tippy toes. This student was not in my class for very long. Once he got started, he just took off on Acellus, not letting anything slow him down. In our regular conversations, he impressed upon me a strong commitment to reaching his personal goals, especially graduation, as quickly as possible, without any concern towards the hard work required. He told me that he had a new appreciation for education, and this was his time. His actions proved his words to be true, and I'm very honored to give this award for persistence and positive attitude to Cecil Scott. My second award, well, the definition of grit is courage and resolve. It's strength of character. Khalida Hassan has grit. When I first met her 2 years ago, she was timid and apprehensive about adult school. Since then, she has experienced one obstacle after another, but she refused to quit. Instead, she became stronger and more determined than ever to finish school. I'm so proud and so honored to have been a part of her journey. I can't wait to hear what's next for Khalida. And next, I want to introduce Mr. Padron.
Before COVID, I didn't need glasses. Now I need glasses for everything, So this award goes to a student who pursued his high school diploma with dedication and perseverance. As we all know, this year has been a trying one for all of us. On top of the world's problems, the student had to deal with a broken jaw. Now you know who you are, right? These obstacles didn't stop him from coming to class. He checked in with me each and every week, took exams when needed, and discussed his goals and future endeavors. At all check-ins, he was polite, respectful, and most of all had a positive attitude. I really appreciate that he came to the meetings with a smile on his face. He was willing to ask questions and to learn. It is with great pleasure to present this award for dedication and perseverance to Raymond Lugo. This next award goes to an individual who is a wife, mother, and fantastic student. She had to navigate the role of being a teacher to her child, wife to her husband, and a student at Redlands Adult School. There were so many difficult challenges for her during the school year, but she still found time to come to class and work hard. This student showed true grit. Grit means to keep on going even when things get hard. This student kept her eyes on the prize even when things in life and schoolwork were hard, with the ultimate goal being to earn her high school diploma. It was a pleasure to have her as a student and to help her make her dream come true. This award is well-deserved. Congratulations, Blanca Guzman, for showing true grit. I want to introduce Jason Rice.
This student did not let obstacles slow her down in her plan to receive her high school diploma. She started in my class pre-COVID and was in my class nearly every day. Once we switched to distance learning, I started seeing her less and less. Come to find out, she was in the middle of moving, going to work, shuffling kids around, and working on her high school diploma. Through thick and thin, she kept her persistence and pushed through. Well, what do you know? She's not only a graduate, but also an award winner. Let's congratulate Cindy Avalos. Not here? Oh. My next student began this year with one goal in mind: graduation. Throughout the year, I would see this student at least once a week in the Zoom call. There were moments of doubt on her part, if she was going to finish this year or not. With an overwhelming amount of determination, it became more and more possible, and here she is, receiving an award at graduation. This award goes to Shelley Bowman. And next up, we have Arlene Troncosa.
Good evening, everyone. This first student award is being awarded to a student with resilience and a positive attitude because of the incredible determination she displayed pursuing her diploma. Despite the personal circumstance she was enduring, she put in her hours, she checked in regularly, and always had a smile on her face. She worked hard and never gave up. Congratulations, I am awarding Linda Alvarado for resilience and a positive attitude. This next student is watching from home. She was nervous when she first arrived in my Zoom class, but she hit the ground running as soon as she came in. She always checked in and even scheduled time to do goal setting during my counseling hours to make sure she was on track. And she always met her goals early. She racked up over 380 hours on the Acellus program. So please join me in congratulating Stacy Cole for this Outstanding Student Award. Congratulations, Stacy. And next, I'm going to go ahead and invite our Vice Principal, or Assistant Principal, Troy Martinez.
Graduates, before we continue with the next portion of our presentation, we'd like to honor you all with the video we put together.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you You can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. We have each other, and for that we have each other.
Wow, what an amazing journey this has been. I would like to give all praise and glory to God. Thank you for your grace. Shout out to my family at the Rock Christian Church, Pastors Dan and Jessica Roth. Thank you both for loving me to life. Shout out to my friends Trevor and Yessie. Thank you both for being so proud of me, for believing in me. I love you guys. I would also like to give a shout out to my amazing sister who helped me on this journey, my sister Ivy. Thank you, sister, for always keeping me motivated. Thank you for being my inspiration. Thank you so much for telling me, you know, all the hard work, it pays off. You know what, sister? You were right. Thank you. I love you. Shout out to my amazing teacher, Miss Andrea. Thank you for being the light, being the wisdom, keeping me on my path to success. Last but not least, I would like to give a shout out to my husband, Adam. Thank you, babe, for being the backbone for this family. Thank you for loving our family the way that you do. And also, thank you to Redlands Adult School. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for this wonderful ride.
First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to my fellow classmates of the class of 2021. Next, I'd like to thank the counselors, staff, and teachers at Redlands Adult School for making this return to education possible. This do-over, as I like to call it, has afforded me the opportunity to enhance my career and strive for things that I didn't think were possible. Remember, follow your dreams, because eventually you'll catch them.
Hello, class of 2021. My name is Joel Macias, and I would like to thank God first, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the motivation to go back to school to earn my high school diploma. Next, I would like to thank my family, my teacher, and my counselor for the support that they've given me. And now that I've earned my high school diploma, I'm going to go and earn a certificate in welding fabrication. Congratulations. God bless.
I'm Blanca Guzman. I want to say thank you to my family for all their support, to the school staff, Alex Jaco, Alin Troncosa, Mr. Patron. Thank you so much. I'm going to Crafton College to study radiology. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Cecilia Zavala, or as I prefer, Ceci. I did it, and you can too. It's never too late. Isaiah, this is for you. Nothing is impossible. If mommy did it, you can too. You got this. We learn as we go. We learn something new every day. Thank you, Isaiah, because going back to school was your idea. Andy, thank you for all the help you gave me by watching your brothers, your sisters, while I was working on my classes. Thank you, Raina and Renee, for always cheering me on when I would do a test. Thank you, Mommy, for coming over to help around the house and for watching the kids so I could do my midterms and finals. Thank you to all my siblings for being always there. Yadira, Angel, and Jose. Thank you, Miss Arlena, Miss Andrea, and Redlands Adult School for giving me the opportunity to accomplish my main goal. And last but not least, a special thank you to my husband for being my #1 supporter, for believing in me when I didn't even believe in myself, for pushing me and lifted me when I was so close to giving up. I did it. I finally did it. This was for my little family and our future.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Cecil Scott. I'm a recent graduate at Redlands Adult School, and I want to give a shout out to my beautiful family, you know, my kids, my girl, you know. It's all good, it's all good. But, you know, my journey at Redlands Adult School has been so positive, man, you know, with the teachers and the counselors. I appreciate everybody, and, you know, as far as my journey now, we're just going to continue to grow mentally, you know, knock out these goals, and I also want to wish success on all the recent graduates. Let's get to it, man. Knock these goals out, man. Yes, sir.
All right, next I'd like to introduce our first student speaker of the evening. This student came to us very nervous and anxious about her ability to earn her high school diploma, but she did it. And not only did she get her diploma, but she met her goal earlier than anticipated. She met with the counselor to set deadlines for each of her classes and always met them ahead of schedule. She was not only a dedicated and hardworking student, but she was also a dedicated mother. She worked extremely hard to earn her high school diploma and is now planning on continuing her education. I would like to introduce you all to Maribel Maldonado Guzman.
Hello, class of 2021, family and friends. My name is Maribel Guzman. I am a graduate of Redlands Adult School and a current Crafton Hills College student. I am also a wife, a mother of 4, which includes a son that is a class of 2020, 6th grade daughter, 4th grade son, and a preschool daughter. I would like to start off by saying I'm a true believer that everything happens for a reason. I'm not going to stand here and say I should have graduated 19 years ago and make that the main focus. What I will focus on is what I have accomplished, the reason it was made possible, and the help and support I received along the way. I'm here graduating today because I wanted to show my children life will send unexpected curveballs. It's up to you if you're going to stay in darkness or use that and change it into something beautiful. The infant loss we had to experience back in December of 2018 was not easy. But we're here today, 3 years later, able to accomplish unfinished business. I want to thank God for allowing me and giving me the strength to be here today. I would like to thank my wonderful husband and children for all their support while I was working on my credits. Having them believe in me was very empowering. The excitement in their faces was worth those math headaches. I would also like to thank a current Redlands Adult School student for talking me into going back to school after I mentioned I did not have a high school diploma and how bad I felt after I tell my children how important it was to have one. I want to thank all the Redlands Adult School staff members for making the nervousness non-existent when you start the whole enrollment process. I also want to take the time to thank a couple teachers I happened to get advice from. Ms. Dana Moore, the reading trick worked well, and Mr. Patron, the algebra became fairly easy after your explanations. I would like to share a quote. Challenges are what makes life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. The reason I'm in college and working on my business administration degree now is for a better future for my family and for all the help and guidance from Arlene. A word of advice for the Redlands Adult School counselors, keep asking what's next. Those words definitely helped me in wanting more and actually checking stuff out of a bucket list I didn't even have. After I got over the fact of establishing a routine of working on my education, I started enjoying the fact that I was investing in myself. And I'll tell you, if you haven't decided on what's next, don't wait. The time will never be just right. Always remember that at any given moment, you have the power because the last chapter of your life has not been written yet. You hold the pen. Write the story you want to read in the end. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, we would like to present the 2021 Scholarship Awards. We will start with Ms. Troncosa, who will present the Robert G. Campbell Scholarship. Again, as we have with the other recognitions, if your name is called, please stand so we can honor your recognition, and we will make sure that you get your award when you come pick up your diploma.
Hello again, everyone. The Robert G. Campbell Scholarship is awarded to a student who has gained a lot from their experience at Redlands Adult School and plans to use their experiences to continue their education. The recipient of this scholarship enjoys helping people and bringing out the best in them. Attending Redlands Adult School reignited the fire and passion he had for learning, and he plans on attending Cypress College to earn a degree in science. Please join me in congratulating Mado Nunez, please stand, for receiving the Robert G. Campbell Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, Mado.
Hello and good evening. My name is Brooke Clement. I'm also one of the counselors at Redlands Adult School, and I'm honored to be presenting the Bruce E. Knight Family Scholarship. The Bruce E. Knight Scholarship is awarded to a student who wants to continue their education after having completed their diploma. Tonight, we have two recipients of this award. The first recipient of this award goes to a student who is currently working as a certified nurse assistant, and as of tonight, is also a high school graduate. She now plans to pursue her LVN license and eventually become a registered nurse. She is extremely motivated to give her son the best life possible. Congratulations, Celeste Corona Glenn. The second recipient of the Bruce E. Knight Scholarship is a student who has now had a taste of success by completing her high school diploma and is now eager to achieve a college education as a first-generation college student. With her son as her motivation, she is on her way to providing a better life, facing challenges head-on. Congratulations, Stacy Cole.
Our next scholarships will be presented by a great friend to adult education. She is a former principal of Redlands Adult School, through which she was architect of many great programs for adults here in the Inland Empire for many years. I believe you were principal when our keynote speaker graduated, actually, Sherry. She continues to be active on behalf of adult education in our area. Please welcome to this podium Ms. Sherry Bordelon.
Good evening, and it's so nice to see everybody out after this last challenging year. I want to, first of all, congratulate the graduates tonight. This is a tremendous evening for you, and I congratulate you for all the effort, the dreams that you have put into this. But we know that you didn't get here alone, and so I want to acknowledge all the family, friends who are here and who are not here who supported you in this path to reaching your goals. As Mr. Finley said, I was part of the Redlands Adult School for 28 years. And I started out as a teacher in the Pride program, and then I was a counselor and teacher for a while, and then the principal. Matter of fact, I organized many of the graduations and rarely missed one since 1981. So I'm just pleased to be able to come back every year since I retired 13 years ago to see this joyous event and to celebrate with all of you what you have accomplished. Tonight I have the honor of presenting 2 scholarships. The first one is the Dare to Dream, and this scholarship was actually started by the staff that was at Redlands Adult School in 2008. Now, the person receiving this has overcome obstacles, and he says that is much more than facing adversity. In fact, it is about learning from each and every step you take along the way. From working his full-time occupation to raising 2 boys and having to complete schoolwork on a daily basis is a challenge that he recently faced and has successfully overcome with his completion of the Redlands Adult School, not only as a graduate, but as an honor student. As his trajectory has now shifted, he used one of your words, Mr. Felix, as his trajectory has now shifted from being a student pursuing his diploma to now a student of contracting the skills he has learned these last few months to be a student above the satisfactory level will stick with him throughout the rest of his scholastic career. However, completing school and obtaining his diploma was far more than just completing his licensure to become a contractor. It has been a goal of his ever since he chose to step away from school to raise his family. Beyond holding the certificate, he hopes his kids are able to learn the lesson of never giving up, as it is never too late to finish where you left off. And all of you are examples of this. So tonight I'd like to award the Dare to Dream Scholarship to Chris Llewellyn. Now I'm changing roles and going to present a scholarship as a member of the Redlands Kiwanis Club. But first of all, before I introduce the scholarship winner, I'd like to recognize the president of the Kiwanis Foundation that helps put all of this together and supports the scholarships, and that's the vice president of the school board, Mr. Jim O'Neill. Now, this person has told us her story. When she was in high school, her mother had serious health problems. She has her 2 little sisters who were too young for school, and since her mom couldn't take care of them the way she wanted to, it was left up to her to do this. She missed school up to 3 times a week so she could help out at home. Each day she missed, it would be harder to go back the next time. By the second semester of her sophomore year, she just stopped going entirely. Everything felt overwhelmingly unfixable. She just wanted things to slow down and maybe be a bit more bearable. Life has had no problems handing her obstacles, but she hasn't always gone about dealing with them the way she would have liked. But going back to school and continuing her education was very important to her in order to improve her life and be able to help others in similar situations. She wanted to set the example that no matter your life circumstances, you can always go back to school. She says Redlands Adult School has been there for her through many stages of her life. No matter how many times she dropped out of classes or the amount of time between enrollments, they were always ready to welcome her back. The counselors and teachers continuously worked with her schedule through life's ups and downs. Without this support, she doesn't think she'd be where she is today. Because of Redlands Adult School, she is ready and able to further her education, which in turn will help her overcome any future obstacles. So I congratulate tonight our Kiwanis Scholarship recipient, Tristan Johnson. And congratulations again to all of you, and the best of everything in your futures.
Our next student speaker began his journey with us this school year. He began our high school diploma program while he was also taking college classes, working full-time and caring for his family. This student has put in a great deal of effort and is not stopping at just his high school diploma. Please welcome to the stage Vicente Mendelin.
Good evening, and welcome parents, teachers, and fellow classmates. First off, I would like to thank everyone here for attending Redlands Adult School graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. Every one of us here has our own story or reason as to why we attended Redlands Adult. Mine was due to a continuation school I graduated from back in 2009. But 11 years later, I found out that the school was not accredited, which left me with an invalid high school diploma. No diploma in hand, I was forced to figure out my next step. By some miracle, I was introduced to Redlands Adult School. I knew this was my next move to finally become a high school graduate for real this time. When I was asked if I'd be willing to speak today, I hesitated at first, excited and anxious. I wanted to give everyone the words of wisdom and advice that was given to me over the years. However, I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous about what I would actually say to everyone here tonight. What could I possibly say or advice could I give that will leave a lasting impression on everyone here tonight? I sat back and started thinking about all the advice that was given to me in my lifetime. The one piece of advice that kept coming to me that motivated me to stay on this journey to become a high school graduate, what advice gave me the strength to keep pushing forward when I felt I couldn't do this and wanted to quit. Well, that advice came from Lance Corporal Martin Medellin from the United States Marine Corps, who I also had the honor and privilege of calling my father. I remember quitting my job to start college for the first time in my life, wanting to be a full-time student back in 2019. Before I knew my high school diploma was invalid, feeling hopeless and ready to give up, I called my dad one night and began to tell him I was ready to quit. I was ready to give up and go back to a job that I didn't love. After venting to him for what seemed like hours, I heard these words from the phone. Chente is what he used to call me. I am going to give you advice that I learned in the military. He began to tell me about when he would train and practice maneuvers, his company did these things to be ready to serve and protect our country. He began to tell me all the types of practice missions they were given and expected to complete. He talked about kicking doors in and not knowing what was behind those doors. He knew that he would have to face those fears head on, kick those doors in, and be ready to fight whatever was waiting for him on the other side. He said, when you kick those doors in, there are going to be objects flying at you. There'll be objects thrown at you that are going to explode. But as long as you have that will to stay in the fight and keep pushing forward, you can win the battle. Confused at where my father was going with this conversation, I asked, what does this have to do with life? He proceeded to say, life is just like a mission, Chente. We all have a mission in life we want to complete to be successful. To complete those missions, you must be willing to kick the doors in to get to those opportunities. When you kick those doors in, best believe there will be objects flying at you that will make life hard and the mission of life even harder. But you have to stay in the fight and keep pushing forward. I'm sure for most, if not everyone sitting here tonight, have experienced challenges thrown at them when kicking down the doors of opportunity. Whether it be in life or getting a high school diploma, whether it was problems you faced every day from work to home, or the struggles that no one saw, such as the stress of trying to finish your high school diploma on time so you can be here tonight. You all stayed in the fight, kept pushing forward for this moment. Becoming a student at Redlands Adult School was my mission, which became a challenge for me. I thought it would be easy, but little did I know what lay ahead of me. Not knowing what would be behind the door of this mission called Redlands Adult School, I found the courage, kicked it in, and let me tell you right away, objects were flying at me faster than I could even imagine. Trying to find the time to be a full-time student, as well as being a husband, a father of 3 beautiful children, working a full-time job, and being a full-time student at Riverside City College became overwhelming for me. As I began to finally get into the groove of things, getting my work done and moving closer and closer to my goal, to my mission, to completing my mission, the unthinkable happened that threw my mission to a tailspin. Oh, sorry. My father suddenly passed away in October 2020. After losing my dad, I wanted to finally give up. I wanted to finally quit not only Redlands Adult School, but college as well. Not knowing what to do or how to do anything, I felt hopeless. I remember thinking to myself, what to do now? Then when all seemed lost, I remember the advice my father gave me. No matter what is thrown your way in life, you stay in that fight and you keep pushing forward. And I can tell you that is exactly what I did, and that is why I'm up here speaking to you all today. Some of you are husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, working full-time, and not only attending Redlands Adult School, but attending college as well. Maybe you even lost a loved one while attending Redlands Adult. But let me tell you this, you have the willpower and the strength to stay in the fight and keep pushing forward, and that is why you're sitting in those seats ready to receive your diploma today, because you didn't give up on the mission. I encourage you all to hug and thank those who stood by your side through the mission and supported you every single day. And to those naysayers, I say keep proving them wrong. You can do it. I would like to take this time to thank those in my life that have supported me. My wife for helping me stay on track in school. My kids for giving me a reason to keep pushing to be successful. My mother-in-law who introduced me to Redlands Adult School. My dad, who I know is proud and looking down smiling. And for being there for me as I was growing up and giving me the advice I shared with you all tonight. My mom for checking in on me, for making sure I finished my mission. And my grandparents for always being there for me no matter how bad I was. Thank you for continuing to love me and pushing me to be a better me. I love you all. And a special thanks to the staff here at Redlands Adult School, my counselor Brooke for helping me set my goal to graduate on time, and my teacher Andrea for all the help that you gave me to become a high school graduate. Thank you all. To the class, to the class of 2021, I leave you with this final piece of advice. Whether you continue your education, getting a job, or even decide to serve our country, I encourage you to go out and keep completing those missions in life. Keep kicking those doors in. If we all keep the willpower and strength to stay in the fight and keep pushing forward, we will all complete those missions one by one. Class of 2021, we did it. High school diploma mission completed. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Vicente. Well, now it's time for the moment we've all come here to celebrate. President Holohan, it is with great pride that I report to you that the students earning a diploma here tonight have met all of the Redlands Unified School District's graduation requirements. Therefore, I present to you the Redlands Adult School graduating class of 2021.
Thank you, Mr. Finley, and what a lovely location to be here today at the Redlands Bowl. Usually we're at Clock Auditorium, which is awesome too, but this is really spectacular and the weather agreed with us, so thank you. Mr. Finley, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Redlands Unified School District, it is truly my honor to receive the graduating class of 2021 from the Redlands Adult School. Congratulations, graduates.
Mado B. Nunez.
You did that. Maribel Maldonado Guzman.
Woo! Vincente Medellin.
Khalida Hassan.
Go Khalida! Amir Hannah.
Elvira Mendoza.
Abraham Muhammad.
Sophia Bibi.
Linda Benefield.
Alicia Felix.
Linda Elizabeth Alvarado.
Cecil Scott.
Yarenith Navarro Hernandez.
Gabriela Bedoya Carrido.
Blanca Guzman.
Charles Lopez.
Isabel Aguilar Silva.
Joel Bastino Macias.
Dulce Maraves.
Dylan Bratton.
Carlos Campa.
Nydia Lomeli.
Ray Lugo.
Caitlin Fabula.
Brian Ramirez.
Denise Powell.
Tristan Johnson Botello.
Desiree Montanez.
Dominique Elena Ramirez.
George L. Brown Jr.
Kathy Guerrero Flores.
Emma Garcia.
Cecilia Zavala. Lupita Barrera. Heather Little.
Monica Rodriguez.
Andrew Alexander Robles.
Shelley Elizabeth Bowman.
Dejan Harris, aka DJ Harris.
And Dwayne Turner.
Students, please stand. We have one more thing to do. Graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Now hang on. No, not a selfie. I got to get a picture of them out there. Look at them. Usually the graduates are up on stage, and so I got to get it from right here. I'm going to hang. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Redlands Adult School graduating class of 2021. Congratulations.